Ooh. Ooh. Let's try this again. So I made a video about the Pyxis saying that I love it, I want it, and I'm gonna get it. I've had a lot of time recently, now that NAB is over, to think about what I said and how I'm going to move in a different way. So am I going to get the Pyxis? I'm not really sure. I would love to. I think it's a great camera. I would probably push that number closer to 5 or even 4 because you have to add things to it. Now, in my situation, because I have all these other accessories like the monitor, top handle, side handle, I would have to buy the bare minimum, which is the rosette side plate. And then some media. So I'm looking probably around $4,000, closer to $4,000 if I purchase it. But that being said, why am I coming to this conclusion that I might buy it? It just depends. Because when we look at cameras, a lot of times we look at what is coming out, what's available, what is being shown. But what we're not really taking into account, especially last week, I didn't take this into account at all last week. It wasn't until Monday, what's today's date? Until this Monday, the Monday after NAB, that I really started looking at it, because I started looking at potential cameras, where we're gonna shoot, how we're shooting things. That was really what led me to this whole new revelation. The Pyxis is a great camera. If we wanna really talk about what the Pyxis is, it's really the Blackmagic Cinema Camera 6K rehoused into a box. That's literally what it is. Same sensor, same processor, just in a different form factor. But for me, the form factor is great, but the way that I shoot, the other form factor will work better. And even better than that, the Ursa Mini G series with the built-in filters is even a better option. So when we are looking at cameras, especially around this time when NAB is huge and it's in Vegas when they're announcing all their stuff, because let's be real, NAB in October in New York, they're not really pushing a lot of new products. They wait until the NAB launch in April to kind of push this stuff out. And with that being said, we get really hyped about the new things. We want to look at all the specs, blah, 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 but then we don't really think about how would we use this piece of gear. And that's what I've had a lot of time to think about over the past few days since NAB has come to a close. With that thing back there, my Canon C70, I can shoot pretty much everything that I shoot in every single style that I shoot it in. I can rig it out, I can shoot bare minimum, and then I could also do a lot more things with it than I would be able to do with the Pyxis without having to do as much. So the Pyxis is a great camera. Blackmagic's doing great things. I absolutely love it. If I just had money to throw away, I would buy one just because I love the idea of it. I love everything that's going on with it. But just like when I had the Red Komodo and the Canon C70 at the same time, when I was doing shoots, I went for the Canon C70 more than I went from the Komodo, and that's simply because of how I'm shooting. What I'm really trying to get to the point and push to you guys is that just because the camera is dope and the camera's a great price doesn't necessarily mean it's the right camera for you. And I'm getting a phone call from my partner. But yeah, that being said, just remember that whenever you're making videos and shooting and stuff like that, that you should be more practical in what's good for you and what's good for for what you're doing versus the coolest new thing on the block. Cool. What's up, Joe?